Hey everybody, it's Safi and Marco Dish Out on Movies, the only movie review show on YouTube to review movies in terms of food. It's just Marco here once again, and I am here today to talk about Lemonade Mouth. I have been working nonstop on special effects. I have a very interesting filming day coming up on Sunday, and it's going to involve a lot of practical special effects, no computer generated garbage. This is going to be real, and it's been a lot of work, and liquid latex is like the worst. It is like the absolute worst. So I've just discovered that today, so I've been having fun with that. This is a little tangent, but I opened up, because what happened was I got 4 bottles of latex. I used 2 of them on a special effect that I did with another actress who came here, and I have 2 left. And so I opened one up, and I squeezed, because it looked like there was like a layer of latex at the top, and I squeezed, and all of a sudden latex shot up like a geyser, and it went everywhere. It went all over my shirt, it went on the desk, it went on the carpet a little bit, and thankfully I got it out quickly before it could permanently be stuck there. It got on my dresser, it got on other things, like it got on a toolbox, like it just got on everything. It was like insane. I was like, holy shit. And yeah. So I've been just like watching stuff in the background, like this is the prime time to like watch stuff to review, is like when I have to work on these extensive art projects, is what I would call them. I've been doing a lot of stuff. I'll talk about it at some point. And it's been a lot of fun though, and this movie was a lot of fun. I told you guys. When I watched Smile 2, what did I say? I said, didn't I say something like, they just showed that girl's face the entire movie. Like, the entire movie, like, it's just like, they made sure that you knew what her face looked like. And I was like, I'm going to be seeing a lot more of her. and so already now, I decided to watch this Lemonade Mouth movie. I also, out of curiosity, because one of the main actors, Adam Hicks, he was in How to Eat Fried Worms, and I was really curious to see how he would be in a movie that wasn't like where he was like the bully and the villain, and so I was really interested in this movie. It looked like a lot of fun. I think the poster is nice. It's got like an early 2000s vibe, even though this was from 2011, which is really, really odd to me. That's one of the things that I liked about the movie, was how it kind of had this nostalgic feel to it. Like, it reminded me of like the olden days, at least for me, and it reminded me of something that would have happened like when my brother was in high school or something. So I thought that this movie was a lot of fun, as I just said. I did think that it was a little bit... It did kind of go through the typical things that happen in a music movie or a band movie, but I thought that it had a lot of creative touches to it that really made it unique. And one of those things was the main girl, the main singer, she had a father in prison currently, and she was like really sad about it the whole movie, but the whole movie she was also narrating. And so at the end of the movie, it was like a twist that revealed that she had actually decided to write her dad and talk to him and tell him about how her band got started. And I thought that was such a like clever little twist and fun, because at the end of the movie, I was like, okay, that's going to be one of the things I complain about, the paint by numbers narration, because that really is like the weakest part of the movie. I do like narration when it fits and when it's good, but when it's like this, when it's just like, Okay, me and my friends met this way. And then me and my friend, it wasn't all good. It wasn't all a good thing with the band. Oh, some stuff happened with the band. That was kind of like the narration in this movie. Another thing I really liked was the principal of their high school. He was, I don't know the actor's name, but he's really, really funny. And there's this thing that he does where he rolls around on like this cart thing. And he's got like a helmet on and he writes citations. It's really bizarre. And the opening of this movie, too, I think that this movie also kind of took influence from other movies. Because the opening kind of 10 to 15 minutes really reminded me of The Breakfast Club. All the people in the movie, all the main characters, they got into detention together. And even the opening part, they showed the kids pulling up to the school with their parents. Even though it wasn't like pulling up to go to detention, it still reminded me a lot of The Breakfast Club. I also got some School of Rock vibes, too. One of my few complaints about the movie is is that they have this teacher who is the head of the study hall. She was relegated to that because the school is focusing on sports. They're kind of trying to cut out all this. They kind of have all the other programs and groups in the basement. And they also forced the music teacher to do study hall. So it's just kind of like a big FU to her. And she helps start the band, and she encourages these guys to get together because she wanted to do it anyway, essentially. But I thought that her character could have been better. I felt like her character was the weakest one in the whole movie. She was like the only character who didn't have like a story arc. You know, like the principal, he eventually kind of gives in to them and he helps them at the very end. And he even reveals that he was a bit of a rebel as a teenager. That's kind of like an arc for him. But the music teacher didn't have any arc at all. She was just like that character. And I really felt like she could have been better utilized with the story and in terms of like helping out the characters. I also have to say that like these 5 people who are in this band, they're good actors and they work really well together. They have great chemistry even just as actors. You know, they're not bad. They're not cringeworthy. And yeah, I also got quite a few laughs in this movie too, which my favorite part was probably where they actually get the origin of the Lemonade Mouth name. And that was when they're getting bullied and the main girls, or one of the main girls, what was her name again? I totally forgot. And I literally just finished the movie. Shit. Oh, Stella. Stella drinks lemonade and then she spits it all over the bully. I thought that was great. I thought that was funny. And I also really liked that this movie just had a really comforting vibe to it. Like, there's just something really nice about these lukewarm type of movies that are really kind of like comfort food. They're kind of like, they're not amazing. Like, this movie isn't the greatest thing in the world. The script was definitely not perfect. And, you know, there was room for improvement. But it was so comforting, and it was such a breath of fresh air, and it was such a warm and pleasant movie to watch. So, I would give this movie chicken noodle soup, which is also like the ultimate like comfort food. They even say that like chicken soup is medicinal, and that's what I really appreciated this movie. So yeah, please like this video and comment and tell me what you thought of Lemonade Mouth. I'm really glad I decided to watch this movie. And then please subscribe to our channel if you'd like to see more honest movie reviews. Goodbye, everybody. See you soon.